James Gunn confirms quite a few things about the Guardians holiday special, and Antonio Banderas tells me who he'd pick to be the next Zorro. But before we get into all that fun stuff, just do me a quick favor and tap that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. Oh hi, it's the best geek news. Hello, I'm Chris Killian and welcome back from the long weekend. It's great to see you guys. I don't know how many of you noticed, but I believe we were breaking some news this weekend. Is that right, Space Computer?
Affirmative, if you consider this news.
Touché.
It's true. While talking to Antonio Banderas for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which is fantastic by the way, we'll talk about that more later, but I was able to sneak in some Zorro questions, and here's what the man himself had to say. The Mask of Zorro, one of my favorite movies. I wanted to ask you about this. In the film, the mantle of Zorro is passed down from Anthony Hopkins to you, and recently there's been this surge of legacy sequels. So would you entertain the idea of completing a Zorro trilogy, coming full circle, returning as Zorro, and passing the mask down to someone else?
Yes, I would. I would consider that possibility. Why not?
Yeah.
I think during today's interviews, I said something like that to somebody. If because they asked me about Zorro, and I said, well, if they call me to do Zorro, I would do what Anthony Hopkins did in the first me. Yeah. And so just give the torch to somebody else.
Is there a specific actor working today that you think would do a great job following in the footsteps of Zorro?
Tom Holland. I did Uncharted with him, and he's so energetic and fun, and he got this spark too. You know, that why not?
Tell me in the comments who you'd like to see take up the mantle of Zorro.
Cuidado con lo que dices.
Over the holiday weekend, Disney Plus dropped the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Wrong holiday, Charlie Brown.
I absolutely love the Guardians holiday special, and matter of factly think it's the best holiday special of all time.
Are you sure about that?
Now, slight spoilers ahead. If you haven't had a chance to watch the Guardians holiday special, this is your last chance. Okay, you remember how bad Rocket wanted Bucky's arm?
Oh, I'll get that arm.
Thanks to James Gunn being so transparent online, we've learned how Nebula got her hands on Bucky's arm, no pun intended, as a gift to Rocket. James tweeted, quote, "She took a trip to Earth and tore it off his body because she was feeling so Christmassy."
Wish I could have seen that.
James also shut down a rumor that Groot will return to his usual size in Volume 3, reminding everyone that Swole Groot is still the offspring of Groot and the OG is still dead.
It's so sad.
Also, bonus news, James Gunn claims when he asked DC fans on Mastodon which DC character they most wanted to see on screen, the winner was none other than Booster Gold.
Good choice.
Lastly, before we go, last week I got a chance to talk to the cast of Willow. The series is scheduled to premiere on Disney Plus this week on November 30th. Make sure you check out the full interviews available on our channel now, but assuming you're lazy like me and you're not gonna watch the full interview, here's a fun clip from my conversation with Tony Revolori about when we might see the return of Flash Thompson. Now, Tony, I got to ask you real quick. I'm with ComicBook.com, so I'll legit get fired if I don't ask you, and I apologize in advance. How likely would you say it might be for us to see Flash Thompson pop up in one of the upcoming Spider-Man spinoff films like Kraven or Madam Web?
Not entirely sure. You know, that's a question for the powers that be. I hope to be a part of it. I would love to reprise the role in whatever way. So I'll put that out there to them that I would be willing, and I'm down to keep going.
Hey, that's that for Monday. You guys have a great week. Tell me in the comments what you thought of the Guardians holiday special or who you'd like to see as the next Zorro, and we'll see you tomorrow. All of the stories in this video came from articles written on ComicBook.com, so if you'd like to read more about some of today's news with your own eyeballs, feel free to head over to ComicBook.com, where we work 24/7 to keep you up to speed on all the latest. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff, all of which are linked below. If you're someone who likes listening to other people argue for hours on end about this sort of stuff, we've got you covered there as well with Comic Book Nation, hosted by Kofi Outlaw every Friday, or our Marvel-focused podcast hosted by my best frenemy Brandon Davis, now on Thursdays. If you want some behind-the-scenes antics or previews of my cosplay, or you want to know what it's like to live on a spaceship for months at a time with no genuine human interaction, find me on Instagram at CKComedy or Twitter at Chris Killian, all linked below.